Hello Aries, welcome to Soul Panda Healing Arts. My name is Amanda. This reading is going to be good for all Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to take a look into your love life this week. This is going to be more geared towards people that are already in a relationship, somebody that, they've been with for a while. A while can be subjective. It can be a month, a year, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. I do have some pre-shuffled oracle cards. I'm going to take a look into what they're currently feeling towards you, their intentions, how they're seeing you, what their future actions are going to be towards you this week, most likely outcomes, and we're going to get some advice from Spirit, okay? So far we have, as far as oracle cards that came in, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So some of you are aware that the person that you are dealing with this week is a true love match for you. Some of you are, I'm seeing some of you are going to be reconciling with somebody. Some of you are needing to give the situation a chance here, give your relationship a chance and reconciliation. There could be a lot of physical chemistry between you and this person. At the bottom of the deck, I do have wedding. So this situation could involve a higher level of commitment. Whatever that higher level of commitment looks like between the two of you, whether that's labeling this as an official relationship or going from, dating to just being exclusive, going from being exclusive to getting a proposal, things like that. Some of you are going to be talking about or even talking about marriage. But let's see. Yeah, Two of Swords and the Star. Let's see, how is this person feeling towards Aries this week? What are their true feelings towards Aries? Yeah. Somebody's feeling a lot of passion towards you this week. Somebody's feeling a new spark here. Maybe some really romantic feelings, some maturing of emotions. Maybe they're seeing this connection in a different light. Maybe they're seeing you in a different light here with the Queen of Cups here. What about their intentions? What are their intentions towards Aries this week? Somebody's making some changes, or maybe accepting some fate here. Maybe somebody's been resistant to commitment in the past. How are they seeing Aries? How are they seeing Aries this week? They're seeing you as going after what you want. They see you as romantic. They see you as direct in communication. Yeah, that's about right. But I feel like they also see you as very emotionally balanced here. Maybe you've had a lot going on in your life. Or maybe they've had a sudden drastic change. And this could be somebody that has been indecisive in the past. Here, let's see. What are their next actions going to be towards Aries this week? Next actions towards Aries. They have all the best intentions in the world, but I mean, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo here with this Hermit card. Are they waiting for you to come to them, or are they avoiding something here? Maybe avoiding giving to the situation. They could still be guarded. Maybe some of them realize that they need to make this right here. You could be dealing with an avoidant. Let's see. What's the most likely outcome between these two this week? King of Cups, Hangman, and the Magician. I feel like somebody's changing some perspectives on stuff. Maybe there was like a tower moment that led to a lot of heartbreak that you're needing to navigate with a lot of intuition. Maybe some of you know that this person's coming back, or maybe some of you know that this person is avoidant and just is going to take some time. Yeah, to come in and reconcile here with the Judgment card. Let's see, what advice does Spirit have for you? Spirit, what advice do you have for Aries before I get into clarifying? What advice do you have for Aries, Spirit? Nine of Wands. Some of you have your guard up. One more. Yeah. I feel like your advice from Spirit is to navigate this situation with grace and with strength here. The Nine of Wands talks about finding motivation in the face of difficulty. Seven of Cups talks about making the right choices and decisions. Even, I feel like what you're needing to do right now is to develop the resiliency to get to a successful completion. Either that or, like I said, I'm going to pull some cards to clarify. Your intuition is going to tell you. Some of you are going to really have to be led by your intuition, whether this person is just going to disappoint you or, be solid. Maybe somebody is disappointed because of, their stability is not there, or they have, friends that they have to leave behind, or there's something going on that they need an extra bit of time. Or you're needing to, be understanding that this person may be feeling overwhelmed and overburdened. And maybe this gives you the opportunity to be the calm in the storm here. Take it as it resonates for you. Others of you, this is like, if you're not sure about me, I'm out kind of situation. So you're gonna have to do what's best for you here. Let's get some clarifiers here. You have the Emperor and Five of Swords, and the Hanged Man, Five of Wands, and the Empress. So there, just from what I'm getting, there could have been, you guys could be at a stalemate between a divine connection here. You have the Emperor and the Empress, right? You have these two cards here, the Emperor and the Empress. There is no better divine pairing. This is, a divine masculine and a divine feminine energy. They're meant to be together. But in between them is this Hanged Man, this not moving, this stagnation. And it could stem from miscommunication, hostile. Maybe you guys are sharp with your words here. Or maybe they've been sharp with their words, right? A lot of these arguments between the two of you guys could have stemmed from other people's opinions about the situation. About needing to be right over needing to be happy. Maybe some of you, maybe there's just been like a clash of egos here where you guys are more concerned with being right than being happy. And, maybe you guys are needing to heal that here. Why is the Ace of Wands here for how they feel about Aries? Why the Ace of Wands for Aries? Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like somebody's finally getting out of analysis paralysis. Somebody is, there's been a drastic change in how this person sees a situation or feels about the situation. I feel like before, one more. What's going on with the Ace of Wands? Yeah. I feel like a lot of this conflict was really just stemming from this person's self-limiting beliefs here with their feelings. Maybe they were stuck in victim mentality. Maybe they were stuck in their ego. But I feel like they're being hip to that. Maybe you've given them some inspiration to make some drastic changes. Maybe you've transformed them in some way and how they feel about you. You have the Strength card, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Cups. I mean, you got some of somebody that is really ready to go all the way with you here. They recognize that you're a soulmate here with the Strength card. They see you as somebody that tames them, that you know, that leads with grace. I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, leading as far as like you're the boss if you're a feminine energy. I feel like they see you as a very graceful, compassionate person that has control over their lower impulses, and they see you as somebody they can really manifest a lot with. But they've been resistant to this for some reason. They've had their guard up with the soulmate, and I feel like it has led to a lot of betrayals here. But I feel like they are willing to get out of it and move towards their Aries here. They're ready to jump right towards their Aries. Let's see. Why is the Wheel here as their intentions? The Wheel of Fortune as the intentions is they're willing to make the changes. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is changes, it's fate, it's learning karmic lessons. So they intend to do this. So let's see. Why is the Wheel of Fortune their intentions? What changes? Why the Wheel of Fortune here? Yeah, they're willing to do the work. Or maybe they're going from moving slow to moving fast here. We'll see. Or maybe they're going to get out of hermit mode. You might be dealing with a Virgo here, because this is a lot of Virgo energy. Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. Why the Wheel of Fortune? Queen of Pentacles. They might be maturing here. From the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. They might be going from a state of isolation to, like, they're still going to move slow, but it's going to be solid and much more nurturing to the connection. I feel like they intend to make you happy here and give you what you want with the Star. They want to move forward. They want to heal something with you. Yeah, Six of Swords to the Four of Swords. Maybe they've just been licking their wounds, and that's what's been causing them to be stagnant here. But I do feel like they're going to leap forward towards you and build something more balanced. Maybe work on something with financial together, or build a more solid foundation. Sometimes the Tower comes, you know, or the Death card comes when we realize that there's old versions of ourselves, old stories that we tell ourselves that have to die away so that we can have a more fulfilling experience. And I feel like you might have inspired this person with how they see and feel about things. And then they see you as the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. They see you as going after whatever it is that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. They see you as romantic. They see you as just a sweet, they see you a cutie patootie. That's what I just got. The Knight of Cups is like how they see you as dreamy. You know, they might see you as somebody that may get their feelings hurt a little bit. Maybe you come in with a little harsh with your communication style. An Aries, never. Why the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups? That's how this person sees Aries. They see you as a talker, somebody that likes to talk, somebody that likes to dream. You're a dreamer. King of Pentacles. They do see you as a divine counterpart connection. They do see a soulmate connection. This is like power couple energy here. They see you as a go-getter. Maybe the issue is that, like, you inspire them to be something more than what they've accepted for themselves, and then that's scary. So they've made it about you. Why is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups here? Page of Pentacles. They see you as taking, you know, planting new seeds, and you know, maybe maybe they see you as somebody that's into magic in some way. Page of Pentacles can be, you know, somebody that's like does tarot or watches tarot, or is just coming to them with a solid offer. They see you as somebody that's like, you know, a constant student to life, constantly learning new things. Maybe, again, maybe you've inspired them in some way. Maybe some of you are more spiritually awakened than this person with the Judgment card. I feel like you get them to see the world in a new way. Maybe they see you as somebody that's given them a wake-up call to who they need to show up as. Again, with the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, and Justice, that's like commitment. That is commitment vibes. With Eight of Wands, fast incoming, King of Swords, operating with integrity, no longer in self-doubt and confusion, or that's how this person wants to show up for you, or that's how they're seeing you. They see you as somebody that knows what they want. Why is the Hermit here as their next actions? But are they going to act on it here with the Hermit? Let's see. Why the Hermit? Why the Hermit here? Why the Hermit is their next actions? Yeah, so some of them are still grieving some sort of heartache here. Why is the Hermit here? Some of them are still hurting here. Knight of Cups, either that or they're gonna come in and offer you love after something hurt your heart here, Aries. They might be coming in to make things right. Page of Wands. They might be coming to renew some spark here after, like I said, this card right here talks about reconciliation. So somebody might have had to take some time to themselves to really think about things, really see, you know, what they are wanting in their life. I forgot a card here. Maybe they've been sitting there contemplating on the things that have hurt their heart, so that they can come in with fresh passion and fresh love to the situation. You have the Knight of Cups repeating. I'm not getting like third party here. I'm getting somebody that's been sitting at home licking their wounds, thinking about how can I make things right with my Aries here. What do I need to do? King of Wands. Yeah. Come in with some passion. You know, maybe they've just been really apathetic towards life. Maybe they've, you know, are getting out of it. Maybe they're healing this and getting out of that mindset here. Maybe they've been stuck in a lack mentality or just feeling like they don't have enough to offer you for a solid marriage. But I feel like you're giving them an inspiration to go for it. Maybe some of them are thinking about buying a house with you, or you're thinking about buying a house. Take that as it resonates. Why is the Magician here as the most likely outcome? Why is the Magician here? I feel like there's a lot of emotional maturity as far as like what the most likely outcome between the two of you is. You have the King of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Magician here. So some of them could have gained some emotional clarity, some, you know, emotional maturity out of this situation, and like seeing that whatever stagnation is between the two of you is all about perception. It's all about what you're focusing on. Because if you look for the negative in another person, that's what you're going to see. If you have an expectation that somebody's going to leave you, never change, whatever, that's all you're going to see. Why is the Magician here? Why is the Magician here? Yeah. If you see the fears, if you see all the ways that it's not going to work out, Nine of Swords, that's what's going to happen. Why is the Magician here? Right. If you see all the, you know, if you always just have to be right and you know, if all you see is from a place of ego, that's all you're going to see. Magician clarified by the Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. I feel like somebody is drastically changing the way that they see you, Aries. And I feel like they don't want to lose out. That's what I'm feeling. Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. I feel like they're gonna... The thought of you leaving them behind might be what breaks this camel's back here. I feel like no matter what insecurity, you have the Sun and the Moon here too. That's another divine masculine, divine feminine energy. It's like primordial here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Magician again, and the Two of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you have the ability to create generational wealth with this person. This is like building an empire energy with this person. I see Capricorn, heavy Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo again, Pisces, Leo. Let's see why the Strength card is here and your advice from Spirit. Yeah, King of Cups. Some of you are being called to be emotionally intelligent enough to see through this person's maybe crappy behavior. And their indecision. They might just be overwhelmed in life. And if you want this situation to work, again, here's the Strength card again. You're going to have to lead with grace and passion. Go after what you're passionate about, and this person will come correct. Six of Wands. Go after your own success and your own manifestations. Don't focus on what's leaving you disappointed. You know, get out of your own fears and doubts and insecurities. Sometimes we attract people that are afraid of commitment because we're afraid of committing to ourselves. And so we tend to attract the mirror opposite version of ourselves in another person. But this person sees you in a very loving way. They just maybe seem to be losing their way a little bit. But I feel like you are encouraging them to make a lot of significant changes here. Like I said, the Six of Wands to the Four of Wands. That's successfully building a partnership. I saw 222 when I looked up on the timer. And somebody's moving quickly out of their own disappointment and their own indecision to move towards the Ten of Pentacles. That's emotion. That's financial stability. That's generational wealth. That's like passing it on down to the kids. That's building the empire. Some of you are destined to do this with this person. Some of you have a dream to build with this person, or some of you are, you know, going to leave this behind. You can only take it as it resonates for you. Never give away your own free will to tarot. Let's see. Well, let me clear up some of this and then I'll pull some oracle cards for you real quick before I hop off here. Yeah, I feel like some of you just are like so close to a successful outcome. Some of you guys just intuitively know that this person is just overwhelmed, overburdened. Or you feel like you've been carrying this because this is your, you know, that's your energy, your advice from Spirit. Only carry what you feel like you are meant to carry. Some of you are just meant to learn how to love somebody when they're not being the highest version of themselves. You know, it's easy to love people when they're doing everything that you want them to do. Much more difficult to love somebody when they're going through the low phase. Right? So take that as it resonates for you. Let's see. What's coming in for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to know about the person that they're dealing with? Girl with the snake, charmed, use, enable boundaries. Yeah, some of you, this is all about boundaries. Some of you are needing to establish some boundaries with this person. Date. Get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, or dating online. For some of you, you might have met this person online. For others of you, you need to get out there and date more. You guys need to develop that friendship, that romance again. Some of you are heartbroken and nostalgic over all the things that you used to do together. some of you need to make new memories, and that's what's going to help you get over this. You know, sometimes when you've been together a really long time and you've been through the struggle, you can forget how much you like truly love and appreciate the other person. You can get complacent and apathetic towards the other person because you're not going out and you're not being a couple, you're not doing things together, you're not building that friendship. And I feel like some of you are really needing to go out and make new memories. Signs and synchronicities. Let's see what else is coming in for Aries. And love. Text message, communication, nudes, phone call, direct message. Some of you are going to get a text from this person, a phone call or whatever. Legal matters, justice, divorce, balance, or judgment. Some of you like are gonna, maybe somebody's got to deal with some legal stuff that they're not telling you about. What's coming in for Aries? Divine intervention, catalyst, supernatural karma. For some of you, you are this person's divine intervention. For some of you. For some of you, like, maybe this person tried to break things off and something happened, and this person, they realized that this is not, or maybe something happened. I mean, some of them could have, like, lost a job after trying to break up with you or whatever. And they're, like, quickly realizing that this is more than just a, like a, you know, one-off relationship. Like, their life may fall apart when they're not treating you properly. And they're being made aware of that. The surrender card just popped, was out of the deck. It was just sitting here. Somebody is ready, finally ready to surrender to this connection here. And they may be telling you that this week. I'm going to pull one final message for you before I hop off here. Let's see. What love advice do you have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Spirit. Give me one card, please. For love. Oh, that flipped. Nope. Alright. You had two cards, one that flipped and then another one that flipped right after that. You have the Y card and Imagine. And I'm only going to read the relationship for these because obviously this is a love reading. Let's see what final message Spirit has for you. Motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. I mean, I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to tell you is like you have to understand the motives behind the way that this person is acting, right? We don't always know why we engage in our relationships the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this and why did I say that, and spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the deep knowing within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met and are buried in the treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? Imagine. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, and illusions. In matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. I mean, I saw that. Somebody's making changes for the better here. So yeah, take that as it resonates for you. Take it how it resonates. If this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement. It might give you a little bit better of an indication of like what's coming in for you, or a more complete picture. Full readings can be booked from my website. At soulpandahealingarts.com, or by any of my social media handles, Soul Panda Healing Arts, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can send me a private message there with questions, okay? But until then, take care and stay blessed.